Hello, Moses Lake High School students. This is Mrs. Heineman.
And I'm Mrs. Holloway.
And today we are here to talk about registration and the registration materials that you have in front of you.
You should have received today in your class a curriculum guide and a registration form. At the very top right-hand corner should be your name, first and last name, and Skyward information. Please take a second to make sure that you have the one that pertains to you.
So if y'all would get out your course guide and turn to page 2, the table of contents, it will show you that this is a good place to reference and how to find classes that you're looking for in this course guide. If you go to page 3, this is where you'll see what's new at Moses Lake High School for 2017-2018. We have some new courses in math, world language. We have some really exciting classes in the business and marketing department and family and consumer science. So check those out. And if you want to learn more, you can go to the table of contents and find what page those classes are on. All right, moving on. You'll want to read through all this information at your leisure, but page 4 has some registration info. You guys are going to want to take some time to read this and go over this information with your parents. It has a lot of information that is helpful. It talks about the registration process and schedule change process and our drop course policy. This is a good reference for when you start to have those questions as it gets later in the semester. Page 5 has our grading table. You can check that out if you have questions, but also we want you to really take a look at page 6. This is where we have the graduation requirements listed for each class. So you'll notice that the class of 2018 is our incoming seniors, and down here, class of 2021 is our incoming freshmen. You'll notice that some of these graduation requirements for each class are a little bit different, so you'll want to make sure that you are looking at your class. And it gives you a list of all the classes that you need in order to graduate.
Okay, when you go down to page 7, there is a worksheet for you in which you can create specifically for the class of 2019 through 2021. You can start looking at the courses that you have completed, the courses that you need to complete, and you can just create this and keep this with you for the 4 years that you will be with us at the high school. Okay, on page 10, we've got post-secondary information. This is for you to, if you're trying to figure out what you want to do after high school, you can take a look, read a little bit about each of the sections we've created for you. If you have more questions, in the counseling office, we have a college and career counselor in which you can sit down and really have more in-depth conversation. This is just a starter for you. Moses Lake is a ginormous school, and we realize that it's really easy to feel like you don't know where to go and what to do. We have awesome opportunities at our school that we would love for you to get involved in. And so this is in your curriculum guide on page 12, talking about programs, talking about clubs. We would love for you to get involved and find out more information about these. If you'd like, you can talk to your counselor, or you can come and talk to our college and career person in the counseling office. Okay, moving on into what you really want to know about is registration.
Okay, guys, so on page 14 and 15, this is the credit key. This is the holy Bible of your course guide. This is what shows every single course that we offer at the high school. And the easiest way to use this guide is to learn how to use it. So what you'll see here first is the course name. Well, first the course title up here. So these are under English, which starts on page 16 in your course guide. It starts over here. So English 9 is an A and B course. A and B means that you take A first semester and B second semester. The type of credit is E for English, and you can see the little guide up here that shows that E stands for English. And then this is the course code. So this is the codes that you'll be using when you enter your requests on your registration form. So English 9A and B counts as 1 credit. Each semester counts as a half a credit, so that's why it says 1 there. If we go over to, let's look at material science down in the science section. You'll see material science right here. Material science actually counts as a science and a CTE credit. The course code is right here, and it counts as a half credit class. And the reason I know it counts as a science and a CTE credit is because right here it has 2 references. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the course description for material science.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
page 24, we're talking about material science. And if you look at the very top, it gives you the description. So who can take this class? Grade levels 9 through 12. Anyone can take it. Is there a prerequisite? Is there something you need to take before you can take this course? No, you don't. You can take it. What will this satisfy? What graduation requirement will this satisfy? Well, this is a lab science or a CTE or an elective. You look over to the right where it says 1 semester. This is 1 semester long with a half a credit tied to it. Down at the bottom, well, there's a course code. So if that's what you're wanting to take for next year, that's what you would put down on your registration form. Underneath it, you have a little blurb. It gives you a little bit of an idea of what the course is about, a short summary in which you can decide if that is what you really want to take next year.
Just a little note, when we talked about material science on the course key, I didn't mention that it was an elective. But what I want everybody to understand is any class can be considered an elective. So just because it doesn't say that on the course key that I referred to earlier, it still does count as elective. Now, there are some classes that only count as elective, and those are listed with an X on your course key. All right, so next we're going to show you
Okay, so we have arrived to step 3. We're going to go into your Skyward. On the right-hand corner of your registration form is your Skyward login information. You're going to utilize that to get to this place. This is your home page. From here, first of all, we want to give a shout out to Nicholas Berg. What? Thanks for letting us use your stuff. We're going to get into your GradRex, Nick. See how you're doing in here. And this is what you all will do. You'll go to your grad requirements at the very top, highlighted in yellow. You have what it is required for you for your graduating class. For credits, you need 26. Nicholas has completed 16.5. He is currently enrolled in, IP stands for in progress, 4.5 credits. Therefore, Nick needs for next year a total of 5 credits in order to graduate. Nick's doing pretty well for himself. He needs an English credit, as you can see. That's outstanding. That's in red. It's very easy for you to navigate. Down at the bottom here, it shows your 1 credit. He also needs a history credit, and so on and so forth. You would be able to see where those credits are needed. This is an awesome gadget for you to stay on top of what you need in order to be sure that you're graduating on time. Just want to let you know, however, that you cannot view this on your phone. You need to use a computer in order to view out what you need for the next 4 years. Okay, so we are now at step 4. Step 4 is a very important section on our registration form because we as your counselors would love to know what your plans are after high school. Please select your career interests. What are you thinking you want to go into? And your post-high school education. So after high school, what are your plans? And this is specifically for students who are 100% certain that they are going to do Running Start. Fill it out, get it signed, fill out step 4, and you are done. You get to turn that into your teacher. For the rest of us that get to hang out here at the high school, the next step would be step 5. You're going to select your English. You have 2 choices. You may choose regular English 12, A and B, which is year long, or you may choose to do AP Literature.
Keep in mind, guys, that we're using this Nick as our example, but as a junior, yours is going to say junior English. As a sophomore, yours will say sophomore English, and as freshman, yours will say freshman English. So each of your registration forms are customized to your class, your graduating class. And so just keep in mind, this is just the example on how to fill out the form.
You would then fill out step 6, step 7, and these are each giving you the different choices that are customized to your grade level and what is available to you for your grade level.
Okay, so step 8 is after all the required classes are complete on the first page, then this is where your science courses would go, where your CTE classes, the fine arts, PE, health, and of course all your electives. For Nick, we chose that he was going into French too. And so what we did is, because French is a full year elective class, we filled in 2 boxes. So French 2A and the course code, and then we did French 2B and the course code. Now you'll also notice that we like that material science class, so we thought Nick might enjoy it too. And so, but material science, as you remember, was only a half credit class. So we filled in the name of the course and the course code, but it's only a half credit, so we only filled in 1 box. You want to make sure that when you're filling in these boxes, if it's a year-long course with an A and B, you must fill out both square or both boxes so that you get both the first semester and the second semester. The other thing is, man, help your counselors out. We want to give you the classes that you want to take. But as you guys know, sometimes it is hard to get you all into the classes that you want. So we need a couple alternatives. This is just in case you have an elective that is not available or that it's full or something like that. So we can make sure that we're still giving you something that you're interested in. These are super, super important. All right, step 10. You're going to select your...
We are almost done, folks.
You're going to select your first and second choice for tracks. Doesn't everybody want to get the track that they chose? So Nick said, well, I think I want to be on second track. So he put a number 1 right here next to second track. And he wants to maybe do first track, so that's his second choice. So if your first choice was second track and your second choice was third track, then you would put a 2 over here. So these are super important because we really, really try to give you the tracks that you want. You're going to review all of your selections with your parent or guardian or an adult that you trust and return this form signed to your teacher that you're in class with right now by Friday. I know it doesn't give you much time, but it'll give you enough time to look at it. And if you have questions, some of those questions can be answered at a later time. But the counselors will be meeting with all of the students to review your registration form, but it's really important you do your best to fill it out completely before you come see us.
Courses that you choose are the courses that we truly try to give you, and the master schedule is built based on your courses. If there are classes that you kind of think you want but you're not sure, we really encourage you to come to the curriculum night fair on Wednesday so that you can maybe meet with some teachers, see some courses that you're thinking about. When you choose these classes, it'll give you a better understanding of what those courses will look like when you're enrolled in them.
And last but not least, please return your signed form to your teacher by Friday, February 3rd.
And this is Holloway and Heineman signing out.